Okay, we're back. Holmes. Residence home. Drago. It's because it's tea. I get through it really quickly. You look like such a PE teacher, Drago. You look like such a PE teacher. Okay, we are going to make a Hackett's Quarry summer camp nurse's office for Drago. This was quite a little inspired thing. I did him like a separate outdoor area. I did him like a little terrace. I gave Drago a lot more style than he actually has in his real Drago life. But I'm very impressed with my work. Don't yawn at me, Tom. You're so rude. Kachansky just finished her own lettuce leaf and then poked Topanga until she moved and finished Topanga's lettuce leaf for her. Okay. So bye-bye, lovely, tasteful Drago abode. Okay. Oh. And there we are. Now, the nurse's office, the way they talk about it, it sounds like it is a room in the, or it's either in the lodge or just off the lodge. So it's in a permanent building. It's not up. We don't want to use the actual hospital stuff because it's not going to be that thorough. But it would have to be up to like code. I'm sure they must have some kind of... It's probably a dodgy paid off inspection, but they would have to have some kind of inspection. And like maybe parents drop some kids off and they would have to look good for the parents. Maybe. A basic wall. It looks a bit too... That little see-through roof bit is a bit too officey out there. That's not what the rest of the lodge is going to look like. No. So, what can we get away with? We can't get away with basic because it has that little office bit. Oh no, was that what I had? Ah. It could totally have some shabby blinds up. Maybe if the accent wall has blinds, and then we find another wall to pass for being lodge interior nurse's office. Hello, Topanga. You're a good girl. White shelving. Oh, it does not. It doesn't go into that very well. It doesn't join with that wall very well. Operating room wall. To be fair, even though I said we can't have it be too thorough, it doesn't look too fancy. Hallway wall. See, that looks more Hackett Quarry like. That looks a little bit cheap and ropey. That looks cheap and old enough to have been theirs. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I think it looks clean but old and cheap. That's what I'm gonna go for, I think. And then the little blinds on the end. And that solves the divider issue. Are you taking a piss? You won't let. Fine. Okay, so we can have that. I think that front, maybe? Ah, that may be doing it. That may be doing it. And double that. Does that help? Does that help with that problem? I think it does. Okay. Cheap white plain counters with a cheapy countertop on them. That's looking like it. Can we again get a radio? So we've got a little white radio. We have medicine cabinets and stuff, haven't we? I'm getting distracted by other things now. We don't need to have this shit. We don't need that. We can have one of these. We can get a white one of them. And not an operating room cart, but just a trolley with some supplies on. Mop, definitely. It's an outdoor. We can definitely pull off that water cooler in here. I know we have a medicine cabinet. I know we've got one because I've got one outside the lodge. Like a first aid thing. There it is. Medicine chest. Are we keeping it white? I think we're keeping it white. Maybe. Okay, maybe put that to one side. Yeah. And stuff goes on top of them. Medicine cabinet. Oh, and that can actually be where we'll stick that radio. On top of that. Yeah. And then you there. Oh, they're advertising the fireworks. They're advertising the fireworks. Okay. Yeah. We need to get like the most minimalist patient bed. Oh, one of these will probably be good as well. The curtainy thing. The curtainy thing. Exam table. I'm thinking, shall I do yellow just so it doesn't look as clean? Like, it's clean, but not as pristine. Because I do not see Hackett's Quarry having pristine white sheets. They would get a colour sheet or a pattern sheet. In fact, Tom, lay on it. They would get a coloured sheet or a pattern sheet so that stains can wash out better. Maybe just at the front. Maybe just at the front. Maybe just on that one side rather than both sides of the door. Yeah. Yeah, and then that can be there, which is way more convenient. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. I think that's a bit too much. That's way too efficient. They would never have that. Okay. They're never going to have that. Considering they got a vet in training who hadn't even started training to be the nurse, the nurse's assistant, they're not going to have that. Oh, there's a white one. Kids. Oh, mismatched kind of does it for me. Yeah, the mismatched is kind of doing it for me. Okay. And don't think it will. No. No. Okay. I still haven't put down a proper floor. I still haven't put down a proper floor. I'm doing all this on Drago's fancy floor. Ooh. Hello. Did I hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. How are you doing? I am making the nurse's office at Hackett's Quarry summer camp. I'm just wondering if the aluminium rug... I keep trying to use it. No! Why? I keep trying to use this aluminium rug and going, no, it just looks like a piece of cheap plastic. But in here, maybe a piece of cheap plastic... Maybe a piece of cheap plastic works. In here. Because it's the Hackett's. He's installing a game you want to play, or you wanted to play something else but you can't because he's installing a game. Do you know what? We'll do that. I've actually been able to use that bloody rug. It does look like corrugated plastic. It does not look like aluminium. Okay. So, we'll stick that over there. I keep on thinking about getting this first aid kit and getting distracted. Oh, you're not in the same place, so he gets to play the thing you want and you're not around there. Okay, I get it. I thought you were in the same location and with like a shared console and there was being a conflict. I get it. Am I going in the wrong direction for the first aid kit? I only have, yeah, I only have Switch and the PC for gaming. Well, I have a couple of things I do on my mobile phone, but you're already thinking of Christmas and you already know what you're getting for Christmas. She says, as just before I streamed, I looked up something that I could play at Christmas and I got really excited. The thing I was doing on the last 3 Saturdays a month ago, the thing with the driving the postal van and delivering mail in this quiet mountain town, I finished that, and apparently around the same time I finished that, they announced they were doing a Christmas DLC. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait. I'm going to play it at Christmas. I'm already planning Christmas streams. So I must have gone past it. Oh, curtains as well. That's what I talked about. I'll see if they look too professional Or if we can get them looking slightly grubby. Or at least, like the bed, in a colour that doesn't look quite as clean as pristine white. No! It sucks when there's someone who makes your job more bearable and then they go. Oh, is that it? Yes. Mind you, I did it to my friend. My friend years and years ago, I said, I told her I'd started to look and interview for other jobs. And she went, are you serious? Yeah. And she went, well, if you're leaving, I'm leaving. And she started applying for jobs. We ended up handing our notice in the same week, leaving the same week. We had a joint leaving party. But the whole thing that motivated her was, you're looking for another job? Well, I'm looking for another job then. I'm not staying. It's a nice feeling that someone likes you that much. But at the same time, I felt really bad because it's like, she didn't want to be there. Okay. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll have one open here. And we'll have one closed. What's your or is it a secret? She took that down. What's your cosplay? Right. Now, I go over here. Something sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I have. Maybe if they've done a crossover, I might have seen them in a crossover of somebody else that I was watching. Oh. Do you know what? They'd have one of them in the corner. They'd have one of them in the corner. No, none of that sounds familiar, so it's probably not. I think maybe they direct it. Would they direct it in that direction? Nah, let's have it facing forward. Is there anything else slightly cheap and out of date doctor's office-y? Oh, the curtain partition. I keep forgetting the curtain partition. I want to look at a curtain partition. I had to separate two of the guinea pigs last night because Topanga is in heat and constantly trying to hump poor Kachansky. So in order to let Kachansky get some sleep, she had the cage and Topanga had the floor. Yeah, I thwarted you. I thwarted your little hormones, didn't I? I know you can't help it, Topanga. But she was very tired. She wanted to lay down. She just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. They wouldn't have... What would they do with a microscope? They wouldn't have a microscope. Kleenex? They'd have some tissues. They'd have some tissues. Yeah. In fact, I can put the tissues on top of the bin. It looks like people have balled them up, tried to throw them away, and the bin's not been changed. You're announcing the fireworks, Tom. I can hear you. Oh, clipboard. Totally. Totally clipboard. We can pretend that's a hand sanitizer and have it right next to the door for when people come in. I'm getting inspired now. Inspired. Hand sanitizer. No. Okay, don't think any of the food items. That air circulator thing makes a bit of a buzzy noise, doesn't it? More of a racket than I wanted it to be. Should we just have a cardboard box? Yeah, that's gonna be peaches. Right, let's just have them have had a delivery of something that they haven't unpacked yet. That's good. Okay. Anything? Oh, we could hang a lab coat or a doctor's coat or something on the wall. You can hang stuff like that up. Or nurse's uniform. Doctor's coat. No, that's not any use. I need to go into that setting first. Okay. Still got the pen in it. Should we do the nurse's one instead? They do look very plain, don't they, the nurses' outfits? I may accidentally go past it. Lunch service could work. Oh, there we go. Nurse's jacket. Blue one. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just those. One of each of those. They don't do paper gown with arse hanging out. Okay. We should really, as well, have a clock. While I'm putting stuff on the wall and facing this way, is there a cheapy plastic clock? That's probably going to be it. White. There we go. I've killed Tom. Okay. While I'm up here, we will get some fluorescent lights up. There we go. They won't, yeah. If they've got that little fan on the ledge, then they're not going to have decent fans. So they'll have those. And then they'll have like a wall one. Over there. Okay. Okay. Nurse's office. I could put blood splatter, but I don't think anything blood splattery happens in the nurse's office. Is there anything at all that would fit? Not food. We cannot eat or leave food in the nurse's office. Okay. Bucket? Sick bucket. They probably get a lot of puking kids. They probably get a lot of puking kids. Okay. One magazine. Johnny, how you doing? I'm making the nurse's office. Oh. How many buttons did I push then? I was watching your VOD of you trying to walk Al through. Dead by Daylight. Okay. Do we? I wish we just had like an empty glass. Maybe closer to the top. Or maybe do the water pitcher. Is there not just a glass? I know there's one with toothbrushes in it, but I just want an empty glass. Ah, actually, that customizes. What different things can we get? That could be cotton wool instead of marshmallows. That could be cotton wool. Cotton balls. I am declaring that is a jar of cotton balls. There we go. And there's a magazine for whoever ends up sitting in that chair. Okay. Nurse's office. I need to wake Tom up. No, not turn the light off. Okay, so we need to get Tom out of bed. There you go. On your feet, Tom. All done. We don't need to, that's fine.